Travel often begins with plans and expectations, but the real magic happens when we let go of the map. The most memorable journeys are those that surprise us, turning simple trips into unfolding mysteries. This is the story of Angélica Méndez, a quiet traveler whose adventure became a tapestry of unexpected moments. Her journey wasn't about grand feats, but about the subtle mysteries that reveal themselves when we move through the world with an open heart. Sometimes, the most profound discoveries are found not in famous landmarks, but in the gentle twists of fate along the way. Angélica's path reminds us that we are all guests in the world's grand story, sometimes invited to play a part we never anticipated. Let's follow Angélica and see what secrets her journey uncovers. Angélica Méndez, a librarian from a quiet town, had always traveled through stories until she decided to write her own. Saving for years, she planned a 3-month trip through Portugal, Spain, and Morocco. Not for thrills, but for connection. She carried a notebook, not for itineraries, but to sketch faces and jot down snippets of life. Where others saw crowds, she saw stories. Where others saw ruins, she saw hidden histories. Her gentle curiosity opened doors to the world's quiet mysteries. Angélica's journey began not with a bang, but with a whisper, a puzzle that would slowly unravel as she traveled south. Sometimes it's the quietest travelers who have the loudest adventures. And so, her story began, guided by wonder and a willingness to listen. Lisbon welcomed Angélica with winding streets and soulful music, its air thick with the scent of roasted chestnuts and the distant echo of fado. Every corner seemed to hum with stories waiting to be discovered, and the city's golden light cast a spell that made the ordinary feel magical. On her third day, as she wandered through a sun-dappled alley, an elderly woman approached her and pressed a painted tile into her hand, a blue bird in flight, its wings outstretched as if inviting her onward. Before Angélica could ask anything, the woman melted into the crowd, leaving only questions behind. That evening, drawn by the haunting melodies of fado, Angélica slipped into a dimly lit bar. There she noticed the same blue bird motif on a fado singer's guitar, a coincidence so uncanny it sent a shiver down her spine and made her wonder if fate was at play. The next day, curiosity led her to an ancient monastery. In a hidden crevice of the old stone wall, she discovered a folded poem. "Follow the sun to find your song." The words felt like a secret message meant just for her, urging her to keep searching. Suddenly, the blue bird began appearing everywhere, painted on street walls, soaring on kites above the rooftops, and fluttering in the corners of her vision as if guiding her steps. She found scarves in bustling markets, each adorned with blue bird patterns, and shop windows displaying them like pages from a storybook, as if the city itself was weaving a tale around her. These subtle clues felt like invitations, gentle nudges guiding her deeper into the city's secrets. Every alleyway became a path to possibility, every shadow a hint of something more. The tile became her silent companion, a tangible symbol of her unfolding mystery. She carried it everywhere, tracing its painted lines whenever she felt lost or uncertain. Lisbon was no longer just a destination. It had transformed into the first chapter of a personal quest, a living puzzle that beckoned her to solve it. Angélica felt guided by an unseen hand, her journey shifting from simple sightseeing to story-seeking. She began to write in her journal, capturing every clue and every feeling, determined to follow the trail wherever it led. The city had given her a mission, even if she didn't yet know what it was. With every step, she felt the promise of discovery and the sense that Lisbon's whispers were meant for her alone. In the heart of Seville, Angélica found herself captivated by the passionate rhythms of a flamenco dancer named Elena, whose every movement seemed to tell a story of longing and discovery. Elena, noticing the blue bird motif Angélica carried, approached her with a knowing smile and gifted her a delicate silver locket. An heirloom, she explained, meant to hold a piece of a journey, a token for those searching for something lost. the mystery only deepened. Now, Angélica possessed both a beautifully painted tile and an empty locket, each object whispering secrets of the past and hinting at a story yet to unfold. Days later, wandering through the vibrant artisan markets of Granada, she discovered a tiny lapis lazuli feather. Its deep blue shimmered in the sunlight, perfectly matching the bird on her tile, as if it had been waiting for her all along. With trembling hands, she placed the feather inside the locket. It fit perfectly, clicking into place with a satisfying certainty, as though it had always belonged there, hidden until the right moment. With each new encounter and every step through winding alleys, Angélica felt less like a mere tourist and more like a character in a living, breathing story, one that was unfolding just for her. The journey transformed into a quest, with each Spanish city offering a new clue, a fresh piece of the puzzle that beckoned her onward, urging her to keep searching. The gifts she received from strangers were more than simple objects. They were threads weaving her into the fabric of the places she visited, each one deepening the mystery and forging unexpected connections. Standing on a quiet cobblestone street, holding the locket and tile, Angélica sensed she was following a path laid out long before her arrival, guided by intuition and chance. Her adventure was no longer just about the places she visited, but about the strange, beautiful encounters and fleeting moments that shaped her journey and changed her perspective. The world, she realized, was piecing itself together for her, one serendipitous moment at a time, revealing its wonders through the magic of being open to the unknown. Morocco greeted Angélica with vibrant chaos, spices swirling in the air, music echoing through narrow alleys and the endless maze of winding medinas. Every sense was awakened as she wandered through the bustling markets, the colors and sounds weaving together into a tapestry of life that felt both ancient and alive. The elusive bluebird was harder to find than she expected, but its spirit seemed to linger everywhere. In the brilliant blue doors, the laughter of street musicians, and the fluttering fabrics that danced in the breeze. It was as if the city itself was whispering secrets, inviting her to look closer. In the heart of Marrakesh, a young boy approached her, his eyes bright with mischief. He handed her a scroll, its paper worn and soft, revealing a simple drawing of a fountain and today's date, a silent invitation to continue her search. She navigated the bustling Jama El Fna square, following the clues until she found the fountain from the drawing. There, an old man sat quietly, scattering crumbs for a flock of pigeons, his presence calm amid the chaos. The old man looked up, his eyes twinkling as he recognized the locket and tile Angélica carried. He smiled warmly and said, "Some journeys are about the pieces you collect, not to keep, but to understand. Each piece is a lesson, a memory, a step along your path." As the sun dipped low, casting golden light across the square, a real blue bird appeared by the fountain. Its feathers shimmered in the sunset, a living symbol of the mystery she had been chasing. In that quiet moment, Angélica realized the final clue wasn't a message to decipher, but a feeling, a moment of clarity that the journey itself was the answer she had been seeking all along. The people she met, the gifts she received, and the mysteries she followed had all led her to this place. Each encounter, each act of kindness had shaped her story and brought her closer to understanding herself. The adventure, she realized, was never truly about the destination. It was about the connections made, the friendships formed, and the moments of wonder shared along the way. Standing in the golden Moroccan sunset, Angélica finally understood. She had found her song, not in a single place or object, but in the journey itself and the memories she would carry forever. By the fountain in Marrakesh, everything made sense for Angélica. The tile, locket, feather, and scroll weren't clues to a treasure, but invitations to connect. Each encounter was a thread in a tapestry of kindness and curiosity. The journey transformed her shyness into quiet confidence and gratitude. Angélica learned that the world is full of invisible threads linking us all. Her story shows that you don't need to be fearless to have a life-changing adventure. Just open to the unexpected. The most beautiful discoveries are often about ourselves. Angélica returned home not just having seen the world, but having truly experienced it. Her journey was a pilgrimage of the soul, guided by an emotional compass. Angélica's journey teaches us that travel is a collaboration between the traveler and the world. The best souvenirs are not objects, but moments of connection and wonder. Her story reminds us to embrace uncertainty and find joy in the questions. The true spirit of travel is in the exchange of stories and kindness. You don't have to climb mountains to feel on top of the world. Just be open to small wonders. Angélica's tale inspires us to look for our own blue birds and follow our own suns. There are countless mysteries waiting to be discovered, if we travel with open hearts. Thank you for joining us on this journey. May your own adventures be filled with magic and meaning.